Hello everyone, welcome to Resist and Thrive 5. I think we're on 5. Today I want to do the first of several videos on food. And today we're going to talk a little about farmers markets and gardens. And I would like to just put this out there for those of you who are not in spring yet. I know there are a lot of people that are probably watching this from very cold destinations that your spring has not sprung yet, but you probably have farmers markets. Where I live, farmers markets are year round, so we can support their local farmers. We know where the food is coming from. We can talk to the farmers that are actually growing our food, which I do because I ask a lot of questions. The farmers markets that I go to, I now know all of the vendors. I know who's growing my food and from how far away it is coming, and that's kind of an important thing, especially for nutritional value, is to know where your food is coming from. And with the grocery stores, especially those big chain stores, Scuzmart and those places, where is your food coming from? And I think that's a big thing. And food is something that we all need, obviously, but it is also something that we can really be picky about. I know that some of us are on budgets, and we will talk about that in one of the little videos I did on site, as well as in a separate video. We're going to talk about ways to feed yourselves and your children and your family, and maybe even help your whole community and come together as a community to make sure everyone has food. So that is today's topic, and I have put together a couple of videos. I just did them quickly when I was out doing my own shopping at the farmers market in the local community garden. So if you have thoughts on this, please put them in the comments. Encourage people to go to the farmers markets. Some people have told me the farmers markets are so much more expensive, but I actually don't think they are. If you're buying packaged food, especially like frozen vegetables, I got a whole bunch of broccoli at the farmers market last summer, and I did a price comparison where I shop, because I shop at a locally owned grocery store, and it turned out that the overpriced broccoli at the farmer's market was actually less than getting it at the store. And I also found, and some of you may already know all of this, but I did not know, I didn't think about eating the leaves off of the broccoli, and sometimes they're really big with the big stalks, and I just thought they weren't edible, but they really are edible. And so when you go to a farmer's market, you can get the big bunches of broccoli, and obviously this is just an example, the broccoli, and it gives you more than just the broccoli stalks and the broccoli flowers, because the leaves and things are basically, if you have enough of them, I've made meals out of those, side dishes with just the broccoli leaves and stuff. So it actually, you get more for your money in some ways. The same with beets. Beet greens are really yummy. So that makes, if you get a bunch of beets and they have a lot of different leaves on them, then you end up with side dishes for a whole lot of meals. And again, you know where your food is coming from. One of the questions I always ask, even at the farmer's market, is, do you use chemicals? Is this conventionally grown, or is this organic, or at least, sustainably grown? Because for me, with my autoimmune disorder, I can't do the chemicals. I just they make me sick, and I just can't do it anymore. So I will put up these other videos. We'll do a little editing here, and hopefully this will inspire you to check out your local farmers markets. They're fun. They're fun to peruse. And the ones around here, they have let dogs in, so I get to pet dogs too. That's the best part. I get to go to the farmer's market, get my food, and get my doggy snuggles all in the same day. So thank you for watching. This is Resist and Thrive. Alrighty then, this is one way to get some fresh, yummy food, have a little fun at the same time. There are usually booths here to entertain the children. I hear a lot of, oh, I don't want to go to the farmer's market, it takes too much time, but it actually usually takes me less time at a farmer's market than it does when I go to a regular grocery store. Unless, of course, there's lots of dogs around, then I end up petting everything in sight. But let's see what's here. When people think about farmers markets, they just think fruits and vegetables. But over here we have doggy treats. We have, I think this is a knife sharpener. We have some clothes for children. Over here we have homemade soaps. And we have canned cocktails. There's someone with yarn over here. Obviously it's different in different states and different different towns and different farmers markets. I go to 3 separate farmers markets and each one has something a little different. So let's see, here's crafting over here. There's usually some pottery. And then of course there's all the yummy foods. Some of the foods are made, such as the bread here. This is sourdough, and she has some desserts too. Well, and here's one of my favorite booths. This is meat. I get fresh, locally sourced meat here at the farmer's market, and it costs me the same or less than at the grocery store. And here's another one of my favorite booths, is the cheese place. Oh my gosh, this place has the best cheese. But every market has something different, and every market has items for children and your dog and you, beyond fruits and vegetables. So check out your local farmers markets and do some price comparison shopping and see what you can find. Something you want to think about is that what you get in the store, especially if you are buying packaged food, that has been picked, sitting in a warehouse, then packaged, and by the time you get it, it has lost a lot of its nutritional value. If you come to the farmers markets, for the most part, what you are going to buy is what has been picked that morning. So lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, and you can get these things year-round. There are a lot of winter vegetables that people bring to the market. So here's another one of the unusual ones. Over here we have someone that makes fresh pasta. Oh, it's so yummy. So go check out your local farmers market. It's a really good way to thumb your nose at corporate stores that bring in food from who knows where, and support your local farmers, support your local community, and it's entertaining. So you get a lot of bang for your buck when you come to a farmer's market. All right, now this is another option for people that want to get fresh food, but not necessarily want to go to farmers markets. This is a community garden. This is a literal community garden. This is put together and maintained by a local church here. I think it's a non-denominational. They also have a food pantry here. But this garden is year-round, and anyone in the community can come here and get themselves some fresh fruits and vegetables. Well, mostly vegetables. Although these little trees here, These are cherry trees, and last year they produced cherries for the first time. Yum. So winter greens, they have kale, collard greens. Usually it's two kinds of kale, collard greens. What are those other things? Mustard greens? I don't really like them. I come here sometimes to get some greens, and this is a really good time to reiterate what I've been saying, is that we think about what we need rather than what we want. Personally, I don't like kale, collard greens, or mustard greens, but I eat them because they're nutritious and they're here. So I want to expound a little bit on this community garden, or the community garden idea, in that this is something I think we can all do. So I would suggest you talk with the local schools, local churches, any business maybe that has an empty lot, a piece of property, or even if you yourself have a piece of property or a lot, large yard that you are willing to share with your friends and family and neighbors to create a community garden. I personally can kill a fake plant, but I would be glad to help out if someone had a garden. For people who can grow things, recruit people like me and give us directions and say, here, do this, do that, this is a weed, pull that, this is a seed, plant it this way. There's a lot of ways that we can support each other and support ourselves so that no one goes without food. And I think from my way of thinking, food is one of the most important ways that we can not only thrive, but take money away from huge corporations. So I want to expound on this in another video when I have a chance to talk with someone who is a gardener. Come to think of it, for another thing is that my apartment complex, and yours may do this too, they have a garden area that we can sign up for. So there's another option for you. So that is this week's episode about food, and I will probably be doing some other food related videos because, as I said, I believe this is an incredibly important topic. We all need to eat, and we all need to think about what I need rather than what I want, and what we need is nutrition. And a lot of these food are highly nutritious. Apparently kale has a lot of nutrition in it, even if it doesn't have any taste. The pretty things blooming over here, that's actually rosemary. So this particular garden also has quite a few herbs. So we have the rosemary, and then over here in these little raised beds, there's thyme and chives and oregano as well. There's also some raspberries and blueberries around here. So everyone's going to be different, every community garden that you find. And if you create your own, you can obviously grow whatever you want. Here's my favorite, asparagus. Yum. So, have a great day as much as we can. And think about where we're going to be and how we're going to create our communities and resist and thrive.